Jeff's just on the offensive side of the ball. He'll be working as an analyst for us on the offensive side of the ball, and we'll have a myriad of different things that he'll be responsible for, different projects on the offensive side of the ball, which we'll detail out. But Jeff obviously is somebody that I have a great deal of respect for, and we've worked together for over 25 years. So he'll as we move forward, he'll have different responsibilities in terms of offensive oversight, in terms of could be from a game plan perspective, certain things looking at detailed items that I put together for him. But just more brain power in the room is what we're looking for, and a lot of experience. So great to have him on staff with us. Yeah, I think we've learned quite a bit from it in terms of how to communicate our defensive structure. Some of the things that we've researched, and matter of fact, Coach Elliott's been on the road doing some research on those things that we think we've picked up some things that have been very useful for us. We've changed some terminology and communication, regardless of who's on the field, to allow us to be prepared for those kinds of scenarios. Yes, I think we've picked up a number of things that teams want to do with the quick tempo, and I think we're better in our communication, and better in terms of knowing the situations where we can't make it. A lot of it is very similar to hockey. You're not going to make line changes if the puck's in your end, and you got to be very, very careful in terms of when those line changes happen, when you go over the boards, and there's a lot of similarities to that, and I think we picked up a lot of that in terms of the real fast teams that work under those kind of premises. Well, I think what we're seeing with him more than anything else is his maturation in terms of the game and technique. I don't know that Cole's necessarily a guy that is prepared to take over as a vocal leader, but he's leading by example. He's leading by consistency in his work, and I think that gives us some veteran presence back there, which is what we're encouraging him to do. I think it was cumulative. I think during the year, I think we saw that potential, and we had always kind of talked about it during the year in terms of we always like getting the ball in his hands, because he's outstanding when his run after the catch. If you just go back to the Navy game, gets the ball in his hands, he's got a chance to go. So I think it was more just a cumulative workload that gave us that, and certainly his speed, when he has the ball in his arm, is pretty clear even against SEC talent.